The landscape of UFC 303 was in disarray after Conor McGregor's withdrawal, leaving the card looking very bleak. Fans, including myself, saw only one potential fight of the night, between Michael Venom Page and Ian Gary. However, the man carrying the UFC on his shoulders, one of the scariest men to walk the earth, Alex Poatan Pereira, has come through to save the day. Again. It's hard not to be in awe of Pereira. He already saved UFC 300 and given his meteoric rise and profound impact on the sport, with 9 fights in 3 years, 6 of which have been title bouts and only 1 loss. Pereira is undeniably one of the most valuable fighters in the UFC today. But to save the day, they had to find him a dance partner, and this is going to be none other than Jiri Prochazka. This is a rerun of this fight. Alex dispatched of him quite handily in the first bout, but I imagine this one is going to be much more interesting.
He comes into the cage and he's got his traditional headdress on, whatever it was, his hair done like a Mongolian monk or something, and then the way he fights, is with a lot of nastiness. He throws heavy with every single shot.
Pereira is a better matchup for me than Israel, but in saying that, did you see the size of the fella? like, why is nobody mentioning that? Dude's just giant. He's an absolute giant. Like, so I've been face to face with Israel, and it's surprising to see. You're like, Israel's pretty big. He looks tall and lanky, but he's actually a big dude. And then you see Pereira up against him, and just his facial features are bigger. His feet and hands and forearms are massive. I'm just thinking, like, who let this guy in?
I'm into the gimmick, the hair is weird, but that stuff works. That stuff works. Having this open attitude, I thought he cut a great interview after where he looks like a super scary guy, but he speaks like a pretty friendly guy. Anytime you have that kind of yin and yang, it just works.
I mean, technically when I got stopped, I was still coherent. You know, I wasn't dead. I was awake, I was aware, but nah, it was a good stoppage, man. I mean, that fucking guy has dynamite. You know, if it wasn't that, he would have been countered.
An avalanche, man. He's an avalanche going downhill, and there is nothing that is going to stop him unless you can knock him out. And I don't know who can do that outside of maybe the champion.
Jiri Prochazka, known by his nickname Denica, was born on October 14, 1992 in Hosteridice, Czech Republic. From a young age, Prochazka was drawn to sports, particularly football and also martial arts. His interest in combat sports began with Muay Thai, a discipline that laid the foundation for his future in mixed martial arts.
Slušný chování, prostě všechno šlo stranou, jenom abych docílil toho svýho, no. Hodně jsem se prával prostě po diskotékách a tady ty věci. Tak jsem býval úplně jinakším člověkem, naprosto ledabilým a víš, takovým srandistou, ze všeho si dělání srandy.
Prochazka's professional MMA career began in 2012, where he initially competed in regional promotions across Europe. His aggressive fighting style, characterized by relentless pressure and knockout power, quickly set him apart from his peers. His early career was marked by a series of impressive victories, which paved the way for his entry into larger organisations. In 2015, Prochazka joined the Rising Fighting Federation, a prominent MMA organisation based in Japan. This move proved to be the turning point in his career. Prochazka quickly became one of Rising's top fighters, earning a reputation for his exciting fighting style and ability to finish fights. His tenure in Rising was highlighted by winning the Rising Light Heavyweight Grand Prix in 2015, a victory that significantly raised his profile in the MMA world. Notable victories during his time in Rising included wins over Satoshi Ishii, King Mo Lawler in a rematch where he avenged a prior loss, and Brandon Halsey. Prochazka's success in Rising caught the attention of the UFC and Dana White, and he signed with the organisation in 2020. He made his UFC debut on July 11, 2020 at the UFC 251 against former title challenger Volkan Ozdemir. Prochazka won the fight by knockout in second round, earning a Performance of the Night bonus and instantly establishing himself as a force to be reckoned with in the light heavyweight division. Jiri Prochazka's fighting style was characterised by unorthodox powerful striking, utilising spinning attacks and dynamic footwork to overwhelm his opponents with his relentless pressure. His diverse techniques and creative approach keep adversaries guessing at every turn, while his excellent cardio and mental resilience allow him to maintain his high energy offense through the fight. This combination makes him a formidable and unpredictable force in the UFC light heavyweight division. His next fight was against Dominic Reyes on May 1st, 2021, in the main event of UFC on ESPN 23. Prochazka delivered a stunning spinning back elbow knockout in the second round, earning another Performance of the Night bonus and solidifying his status as a top contender.
I want to take a title, and that's all. That's my mission.
This victory set the stage for a title shot against Glover Teixeira. Prochazka faced Teixeira for the UFC Light Heavyweight Championship at UFC 275 on June 11, 2022. In a thrillingly and closely contested bout, Prochazka secured a victory via 5th round submission, becoming the UFC Light Heavyweight Champion. At this point, Jiri was on top of the world, only to come crashing down with a terrible shoulder injury, which would see him vacate the belt and spend a year out rehabbing and fixing his shoulder. After his recovery, he stepped in with the man he is about to face again, coming up short, losing by TKO. Now this is Jiri's second shot at Alex, a chance at redemption and a chance to get his belt back. But this is going to be no easy task, as Alex is the man to beat right now, and he is only getting better every time we see him. Alex Pereira, known as Poatan, was born on July 7th, 1987 in São Bernardo do Campo, Sao Paulo, Brazil. Growing up in a working class family, Pereira faced numerous challenges including financial difficulties. He left school early and started working to help support his family. His path to martial arts began in his teenage years when he took up kickboxing to channel his energy and escape the hardship of his environment. Pereira's rise in the world of kickboxing was swift and impressive, competing in Glory, one of the top kickboxing organisations. He achieved significant success. He became a 2-division champion in Glory, holding titles in both the middleweight and light heavyweight divisions. His reputation as a knockout artist grew with each fight, and his victories and title defences established him as one of the best kickboxers in the world. While Pereira made his professional MMA debut in 2015, he initially focused more on his kickboxing career. Eventually, he transitioned to full-time MMA competition, seeking new challenges and opportunities in the sport. Pereira signed with the UFC in 2021, bringing with him a significant amount of hype due to his kickboxing credentials and previous victories over some notable fighters. Pereira's UFC debut took place at UFC 268 on November 6, 2021. He won by a spectacular flying knee in the second round, making an immediate impact. His subsequent UFC fight showcased his striking skills, and he continued his ascent in the middleweight division by defeating Bruno Silva by unanimous decision on March 12, 2022. One of the most talked about aspects of Pereira's UFC career is his rivalry with Israel Adesanya. Pereira and Adesanya previously fought twice in kickboxing, with Pereira winning both times. This history added significant intrigue to their eventual clash in MMA. On November 12, 2022, at UFC 281, Pereira faced Adesanya for the UFC Middleweight Championship. Pereira won the fight by technical knockout in the 5th round, capturing the middleweight title and extending his winning streak against Adesanya. In a rematch at UFC 287 on April 8, 2023, Adesanya reclaimed the title with a second round knockout, giving Pereira his first UFC loss. Following this, Pereira transitioned to the light heavyweight division, as he was cutting far too much weight to keep hanging around at this weight. He went on to fight Jan Blachowicz at UFC 291 on July 29, 2023, winning by split decision and establishing himself as a contender in the new weight class. As of recent, he put Sweet Dreams Hill to his sweet dreams asleep in emphatic fashion at UFC 300. Renowned for his striking, Pereira's background in kickboxing gives him a technical edge in stand-up fighting. Alex Pereira's fighting style is defined by his elite kickboxing skills, featuring powerful and precise striking with an emphasis on devastating kicks and punches. Pereira's journey from a challenging upbringing in Brazil to become a champion in 2 premier combat sports organisations highlights his skills, hard work and resilience. His UFC career, marked by the high-profile fights and impressive victories, continues to captivate fans and establish his legacy in the mixed martial arts world. He uses his height and reach advantage to control distance and deliver knockout blows while maintaining a composed and strategic approach. Alex is now a 2-weight division champion. The fight between Jiri Prochazka and Alex Pereira is highly anticipated due to their contrasting yet equally exciting fighting styles. Fans expect a thrilling stand-up battle, with Jiri's unorthodox and aggressive approach clashing with Alex's precise and powerful kickboxing. If he beats Jiri again, I believe he's going to try to go to heavyweight and get a belt there, which is absolutely insane. Both fighters possess knockout power, making the outcome unpredictable and potentially explosive. This match promises high-level striking and a showcase of creativity and skill. This newly crafted UFC 303 event, we are going to find out who is the ultimate warrior.
Shaman.
Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoy these videos, hit that like and subscribe. It really does help out the channel, and I'll catch you all on the next one, because I'm